God damn, this game is popular. In Fall Guys, you fall, making your way through big obstacles and outrunning other beings to reach the end. Oh, I just died. The basic gist is that you're up against a mass of other players, all competing against each other to be the last one standing. Wait, wrong game. No, not that one either. Jesus Christ, there's a lot of these. The main difference between this and any other battle royale is that because of Fall Guys' platforming gameplay when compared to its shooter counterparts, you gotta find more creative excuses for why you don't win. Oh, this dude keeps grabbing me. Oh, the fans hate me, bro. The bananas hitbox is bullshit. I'm gay. The game has a really low barrier to entry this way, with its simple control layout and a large assortment of easy to pick up minigames, which makes it obvious why it's so popular. And with the new season on its way, I thought it'd be best to think up new ways for the devs too. Oh shit, Unity! Boy, you know how many shitty Unity games I've made in my life? I practically made Fall Guys like 7 years ago. So Bald Dudes boasts a large assortment of controls. Jumping, diving, grabbing, being an assholing, and the gameplay is refined to the point where a large range of different levels can be made around these few mechanics. But why not just throw in another mechanic in there? Quite literally, I might add. If there's one thing that unifies us as human beings, is that deep down, we all enjoy hurling a good projectile. To keep with the simplicity of the game, the way a throwing mechanic would work is that any picked up projectile, if allowed, will be launched in the direction your camera is facing with a fixed pushing force so that there is less aiming to worry about. But seeing as how other games like Egg Scramble rely on the players carrying stuff instead of throwing it, how will it be balanced? Well, you got two options. You just integrate the throwing mechanic with every minigame in Season 1 and just kinda hope for the best. Or explicitly state in the loading screen before the level starts whether or not the throw mechanic is actually enabled. If you're going this route, you could also throw in optimal controls to navigate a minigame, or just, you know, tips in general. Yeah, throwing's great and all, but what happens if you spent $2,000 on a new PC only to still suck shit at this game? Link in the card. Well, it'd be nice if us game-abled folk were acknowledged in some way. So what better way to do that than ruin other people's fun? Going on the assumption that a throwing mechanic is fully integrated, depending on the level itself, you could have players from the beyond bordering the level, just hurling some fruit at you, you know, just going full throttle to fuck you up. To keep this feature balanced if implemented, it would most likely need to be used in finish line styled games with a single linear pathway, kinda like Slime Climb or 4 Mountain. And hey, if watching from the sidelines really isn't doing it for you, then there should be a way to get back into the action again, right? COD Warzone has this cool feature where fallen players will end up at this gulag, fighting in 1v1 showdowns to try and make it back to the main game. Implementing a similar feature to Fall Guys will, I think, increase the value of the game and make comebacks a more feasible thing, leading to more interesting experiences. So this second chance arena, dubbed the Fall the Guy, would be open for use during the first or second round only, where the fallen 20 of each round would compete against each other in a shorter, smaller level where a small few would come back to the main game. This would all be happening concurrently with the next round of the main game. So for example, the first main round of the game, 20 people lose and 40 people go through. Those 40 winners move on to their second game, while the 20 losers compete in their own little game. And then the third main game will house the next selection of main winners, featuring the few of those winning losers from before. How about having it so that I don't have to suffer through team games if I don't want to? If I wanted to be in an environment where freeloaders are benefiting off my hard work, I would have done my masters at uni. I think having 3 separate game mode options would help with this problem, where you can drop into individual only games, a mix of team and individual games, and just team-based games. But wait, doesn't team only games kinda sound like, you know, the worst? Yeah, you're right, which is why I propose that a team only game mode would rely on, you know, just that. Your own team. Since a friend system is already in place, I think that utilizing this in a separate squad mode would take advantage of the fact that you have 4 players all working together. 4-player team-based games to fight against other teams would be cool to see, where the last standing team would be crowned the winners, along with some stats or titles on who carried the most in the team. Kinda like Rocket League's results screen. And because of this new squad mode, there should be a way for a team to revive an old teammate, separate to the second chance gulag from before, where there should be some sort of time penalty given to revive the teammate. And I think for the sake of getting good at particular games, there should be an offline mode with a full catalogue of minigames to choose from, similar to Mario Party, where players can familiarise themselves with certain games they aren't comfortable with. Alright, so just to get an idea of the minigames we have to work with already, here is a quick tier list of all the Fall Guys levels in Fall Guys. Minigames. All of them. Number 1. They're all shit. All until now, I've come up with far superior games that would make the game, good. You'll already know what dodgeball is. It's just basically the same thing. This would be a large to medium sized game, just utilizing the throwing mechanic in a way that's meaningful in pure gameplay. The twist with this one is that if players are hit and eliminated, they can stand along the bounds of the level just throwing crap at you to knock you around. A medium sized level, where it's basically rollout but, inside out styles, where you're gonna stop yourself from rolling away too high and jumping over obstacles while avoiding the changing spawning holes in the floor. A medium to small sized game with a giant skipping rope where you have to time your jumps well enough in succession with the constantly disappearing floors underneath you to, not die. Alright, so this one's a bit weird. It's a medium-sized team-based game where each team is a color that is protecting their set of pins. You can knock down other teams' pins by throwing the bowling ball projectiles provided, and restack your team's pins by running over them. And the team with the least amount of standing pins in the end is eliminated. Yeah, remember Raiders of the Lost Ark? It's a medium to small size level where you just gotta outrun the border and not get smushed to win. It can be elimination based as an endless runner, or a race type game too, I really don't care. Now this game, I don't even have a name for it. The Bean Swiper. It'll be a smaller team based game where one person on each team has a tail, and whoever's team can swipe the other one's tail wins. So you gotta work together to simultaneously run away, as well as have teammates grab opponents and basically become meat shields. A modular level design system would be nice with... Alright, so I was going to say something about this point, but considering how the game decided to update itself in the middle of editing the video, I don't really know what to talk about here anymore. Like, how the fuck did they know this? I didn't even upload the video yet. I haven't even gotten to play the updates myself because the servers are that trash. A point I'll get back to later. But seeing as how they have apparently put in randomized elements, you're lucky this time, Fall Guys. But I'll get ya. Your big ass hammer still has a cringe name though. I'd fix that if I were you. I mean, this one's a bit obvious. I'm sure the dev team are already trying to implement solutions and patches as we speak. Which they have, yeah I know, update. I haven't gotten a crown before, and just as I reach the final round and I'm going pretty strong, some fucko at the bottom is just zooming around and floating everywhere, completely ruining it for everyone. I bet he's the kind of kid who actively says, "let it rip," every time he spins his Beyblades into his toilet bowl because his parents are in the other room fighting about how his dad goes on too many business trips. The conversation gets heated as you hear yelling grow into shouting. The slamming of desk furniture intensifies, and the sound of glass shattering finally silences the house as little Bobby runs to his room for refuge. He logs onto his computer, his only safe haven in this broken household. He needs to feel in control of his life somehow. So he turns hacks on in Fall Guys, the little shit. I also thought that having certain cameras that overlook the level would be neat to see, not having to cling to a random player for dear life. Or at least just auto switch to one of your teammates' cams. I just want to be able to adjust my sounds mid-game, man. At least give me that option in the status screen. I don't need to hear the sound of piling bodies at max volume. Confucius once said that a lack of patience in trifling matters might lead to the disruption of great project. Except Fall Guys, fuck them servers. Now I've worked with Unity's base servers before myself, and Jesus, I got nowhere with them. Now given the scale of this game, I doubt they'd be using the Unity potato to host 170,000 crying children. But whatever they're using needs to be beefed up quite a bit. I'm talking consuming 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight, followed along with a rigorous 1.5 hour workout on a push-pull leg style regime, with light cardio, and a 40-30-30 split on protein, carbs, and fats. The key is with progressive overload, which... So at the end of it all, I'd say Fall Guys is a great game on its own, and even better with friends if you have that luxury. And just with a couple tweaks and added features, as well as ongoing updates of new cycled minigames to not let things get too stale, Fall Guys will always be increasing the fuck! Hey, shut the fuck up! It's 2 AM! It's 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Oh, then why am I here? I don't, who are you? I'm not entirely sure of that either. It's unclear if I'm a different character or not because I'm wearing the exact same clothes as you. Whoever made this script really didn't consider that. Or they're just too lazy to change their shirt because, the closet is right there. Hey, shut the fuck up, alright? I changed my shirt, you happy? Alright, now who the fuck is this guy? Hey, we're all the same person here. Let's just calm down. What? We're all being edited. We're all being edited. Yo, what up? Hey man, what's up? Nice shirt. Oh. Thanks. Listen, we're about to jump into a quick game of Fall Guys if you're interested. Who's we? Yo. Sounds like Dad's back from his business trip. Hope Mom isn't too angry with him this time. But, we can start.
Let it rip.